Good morning and welcome to Coaches Go Social. I have an awesome show for you today. I'm super excited to share more about my guest in just a minute, but I do want to let you know that, these guests that I have in the month of May are all to do with Mental Health Awareness Month and keeping our mindset strong and sharp to really make our lives the best possible ways, what we can do to make our lives the best that we can. And mindset is a huge part of that. And there's all sorts of different techniques and things that you can use to keep your mindset strong and positive and always looking for the good, like I like to say. And that is why I've invited my guest, Marion Weist. She is the founder of Foothills Hypnosis, and hypnosis is the tool that she uses that allows her to help her clients reach their business goals and their professional goals. So I'm super excited to introduce her to you in just a moment. And I do want to let you know also that why I created Coaches Go Social. If you're here for the first time, make sure to say hi. And if you're back again, please say hi. Let us know how you're doing. Love to see you here. So I created Coaches Go Social because I wanted to bring you, life skills and business skills and coaches and subject matter experts that will really help you move your business and your life forward. And that is why I'm here. I'm the facilitator of this process, basically, to bring these guests to you. Number one. Number two, it's also what I do. So I help my clients, life coaches and business coaches, create their own Facebook Live show that can also be turned into a podcast and all sorts of amazing content to supercharge your social media strategy. And this is an example of that. So I am so happy that you're here. Again, if you're watching, please comment so that we know. And this is really an open discussion, so we take all your questions and comments and things along the way, so don't be shy. So over the past few months, we talked about a lot of different topics, about relationships, about finances, about organization. And again, today this month in May, we're talking about mental health and just ways that we can improve our mindset and our life in general. And so that's why I'm bringing these experts to you, of course. We're streaming on Facebook, streaming live on LinkedIn and on YouTube with this awesome tool that I love called StreamYard, which is super easy to bring guests on and allows you to make your live stream very interactive. So if you're interested to learn more, make sure that you reach out to me. I also got a Facebook group, Consistent Content Club, that I'd love to have you in, that we talk about all sorts of things to do with social media and live video. So love to see you there. So after the show, last but not least, here are a couple more things before I invite Marion on. I know that you're waiting to meet her, and she's so awesome. You're going to love her. The after show is where we get to actually connect after the show. So we're going to go for 30 minutes, and then after we're going to hop into a messenger chat room. Marion and I and anyone that's joining us live can hop over and chat with us face-to-face in this little Zoom environment on Facebook. So I'll add a link towards the end, and you'll have that to be able to join us as well. So I can't wait to connect and chat with you there. And last but not least, my show here is sponsored by Wave.video, and in a second here you'll see one of the videos that I put together. But if you've seen any of my promo videos, any of the clips that I use after the show to promote it and to continue the replays of the show, it's all made with Wave.video, which is an awesome tool that allows you to easily create snippets of your show and just little promo videos, which I totally love using. It's really, really easy to use. Wave.video. So in just a second, I'm going to bring on my video and you'll see the little introduction, and then I'm going to bring on Marion. And again, I cannot wait for you to meet them. I'm so glad that you're with us today. Here we go. Hello.
Hi there.
Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Yay.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, well, thank you for taking the time. I'm super excited to let everyone learn more about hypnosis, something that I've learned most recently as well. And I look forward to geeking out and to learning more about it as well. So thanks again for being here. And why don't you start off by just telling us a little bit about yourself, which before we get started, here's Barry with us. Barry says, hi, Marion.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're actually in San Diego with us here, where you have Foothills Hypnosis, and that is awesome. I know you've been in San Diego for a long time, and tell us a little bit about yourself, about your family, and kind of how you got started in hypnosis.
Okay, well, I am originally from San Diego, born and raised, and I'm from East County and from one of the Native American tribes here in San Diego called Viejas. So I'm born and raised up there on the reservation, which has been an amazing gift. And so I moved away for about 13 years, and in that time frame, I actually discovered hypnosis. I had some people around me that had been doing it, and I actually was able to be hypnotized and learn what that was, because what you see on movies and in TV is totally different than what hypnosis really is. And so I had an experience of it and went, wow, maybe I could learn more. And I found somebody local to where I was that was doing hypnosis. And actually, I became a client of hypnosis to help with stage fright and public speaking, which is pretty amazing that I'm here now being able to do public speaking and have the ability to relax and be calm. And, it's been an amazing journey, and I saw so much success from hypnosis in about 3 months. And I went, holy cow, I have to learn how to do this. And so I started learning from there. And I've been doing hypnosis now since about 2006, and been running my clinic here in San Diego since about 2014. So, it's been, a roller coaster of time. Working in a clinic and training now around the world, which has been so cool to be a part of a group that does that and provides the services of a great stability of running a business and running a hypnosis clinic. And that group is the Master Hypnotist Society, and I would not be here without them. So I am extremely grateful to the years and years and years of training that I put in with them.
That's awesome. And you have your mom with 2 little ones, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm a mom with 2 little ones. I have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. One just finishing up 1st grade tomorrow, actually. So, it's really great to be able to be an entrepreneur and run your own business and fit it around your life and still be able to be there for your family. I've been married since 2012. So, it's been a great gift to our entire family to be able to have a successful business and still have the time to enjoy life with them and be a part of their lives when they need me, so it's been fun.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we have a lot in common for sure. Definitely got over my fear of public speaking. Definitely that's something that I think a lot of us can relate to as well. And so congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Being a mom and being a business owner, there's two different poles in different directions, and always trying to managing everything. So I can totally relate to that, and I know people watching can as well. So we have Mary here too. Mary is rocking her business. She is a LinkedIn strategist, and if anyone ever needs help with LinkedIn, I always send people her way. She has a big Facebook group, the LinkedIn Bakery too. So let's talk. Yeah. So let's talk about hypnosis. And we talk about like reaching your goals, your business goals, your personal goals. You really help people in all aspects of their life, right?
Yes, definitely. The majority of the people that come into my clinic specifically come in for goals like losing weight or quitting smoking, or dealing with stress in their life. But I do get business owners and professionals that are trying to hit their goals. And they have these big dreams, but they don't know what's holding them back. Like, you can feel it inside of you that you're supposed to do something bigger and supposed to reach the goals. Like, you have all of the skill set and you have all of the drive to do it, but there's something missing, some block that gets in the way. And so what I do is I teach them how to get past the blocks, give them tools on how to there, there's those imaginary walls that we create and give the ability to go, hey, the imaginary wall is imaginary. You don't have to have that there, and give them tools to be confident and go, hey, that doesn't have to be the old coping mechanism. That doesn't have to be the old strategy, and actually break down those imaginary walls so that they don't have to be there. They don't have to exist. And, I've had a bunch of business owners, especially over the last year, struggling with how do they bring people in during a very challenging time frame. And a lot of people haven't finished their programs because they got so busy in the middle of their program that they went, holy cow, I can't even finish because I'm so busy now. And they didn't have those blocks standing in the way anymore. So it's been very cool to be able to use the skills of hypnosis, not just for things like losing weight or quitting smoking, but teaching somebody how to incorporate it into their daily lives across the board.
That's awesome. I love it. I love that you mentioned the invisible barriers, right? It's like getting out of our own way, I would imagine too, right? It's like, what things are you thinking that are in the way that really aren't? So
yeah,
awesome.
Definitely. Hypnosis allows you to get past your objections that you have that are running in your unconscious that sabotage you getting your outcome. And so we have those, like you said, outside sabotages, whether it's distraction with movies or Netflix, or distraction with other people in relationships, but not letting those outside things sabotage you, and being able to notice that those things are sabotaging your goals, and give you tools to be able to manage all of it instead of, succumbing to just sitting on the couch instead of reaching for your goals.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I love this conversation. So awesome. So is Mary. Hello. Oh, you know Mary too.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Local San Diego. Well, she lives in Arizona now, so she was here in San Diego for a long time, and we miss her. But
yes,
we'll see her again soon when she comes back to visit.
Good.
So let's talk about kind of how maybe like expectations and outcomes, like how we can kind of change our expectations and how that's going to affect our future. It sounds like, because these thoughts and kind of these invisible barriers are stuck kind of in our unconscious mind. That's what we're trying to release, right? But there's like a stigma kind of attached to hypnosis, like, oh gosh, well, what are they going to do to me kind of thing, right? Like, this isn't really about like what you're doing to me. You're kind of just facilitating the process, right?
Right. And, it's like I said before, the stigma of what's been put in movies and on TV of what hypnosis is completely different than what we do in real life. And so we don't wave crystals. We don't have you, black out and wake up and not know what's going on. Hypnosis is actually a tool that you are using every day, whether you know it or not. So there's only a small amount of people in the world that can not be hypnotized. And when we meet with somebody for the first time, we teach them how that small percentage of people doesn't necessarily mean them. And there are some people that can't be hypnotized, and they fit into that small percentage. But most people can be and are hypnotized every day. So if you've ever driven down the road and you're on the highway and you're enjoying the music and you pull into your driveway and you go, what in the world? I totally don't know how I got here, but I'm here. And that is actually a form of hypnosis. And so your unconscious mind is getting you to your destination safely, but your conscious mind is wound up in, the music or the stress or the things that you have to do or the meetings you have coming up or whatever. But your unconscious mind is like, I got this. So we use that skill with people to be able to go, hey, you know how to do it. Let's teach your brain how to design your trip, your GPS route to what you want, and give you the ability to go, hey, it really is as easy as making a left or right decision. And just like a GPS, if you take a left turn and you meant to take a right turn, and it just reroutes you. It doesn't keep you stuck on the side of the highway. It just reroutes you to get you back on track. And giving somebody the ability to go, hey, I don't have to just think I failed because I took one decision that didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to make. And so, giving you the ability to go, hey, I can be hypnotized. I have been hypnotized. Now, how can I use it in my daily life? And that's what we do with working in a clinical setting.
I love it. I love that analogy too, as your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is really there to protect you. So that's really what it's there for. And luckily it protects us when we zone out while we're driving to get us to the right place. But back to your, talking about if you can be hypnotized or not. That's some people, that's something that they believe. And the reality is what I've learned, and you can tell me if this is something that you agree with as well, is that, perception is projection. If you feel like, if you believe something, you truly believe something, then you're going to make that come true, right? Like if you believe that you cannot be hypnotized, then you probably can't, because you're not going to allow that belief in. But if you believe that you can, you're open to it, that's where that's where the real magic happens, right?
Yeah, and that is one of the criteria of types of people who can't be hypnotized. It's, of course, the person who doesn't want to be hypnotized. And there could be a variety of different reasons that you may or may not want to be hypnotized. But sometimes consciously you're like, no, I want to change this. I want to move forward. But there's something in the background that's sabotaging you, and it's going, hey, you don't want to change this as badly as you think you do. And so that's why we always do a free consultation first, because even though you're like, yes, I need to quit smoking, but there's other things going on that are like, hey, I just am not going to. And so that's one of the things that could keep you from getting your goals, is that unconscious part, those invisible barriers, those objections to your goal, and teaching you how to get past them. And some people just aren't there yet. And that's totally okay that they're not there yet. It's just, we hope and pray that they get there eventually, but some people won't. And so, it's, respectful to them to do that consultation first, because if they don't know what they don't know, I just can't teach them, and I can't get them past that. So, if I show them their patterns right in front of them and they still go, yep, I don't want to do that, then that's fine too,
Right, and that's fine. There's so many different ways to help, reach your goals. And
totally.
That's, hypnosis is just one of them, right? There's lots of different techniques and different things that can be used to help along the way to reach your goals. So it's nice to be able to have the option to go like, let's check this out and see if hypnosis is something that could work for me before, while you're looking at all the different options, right? So that just might not be the right fit, but it's good to know, be aware of all those different options before you, to make your best decision to choose one.
Yeah, so, and you've studied NLP, so you know a little bit of the things that can be used in conjunction with hypnosis. So that's a great tool also. So there are times where we use some NLP skills in conjunction with hypnosis, because they are very, very powerful together.
Yeah, I love it. Now, just wrapping up here, it's almost close to time to end, but I do want to talk about how we can master communication. How can hypnosis help us communicate better?
Well, there's, of course, the objections that keep us stuck and trapped. And so there's this woman, her name is Virginia Satir, and she wrote this amazing book called New People Making. I think it's out of print now. And she determined that there's a bunch of ways that people communicate to each other that leave them stuck and trapped. And so, there's First, there's a person who blames when there's things get, stressed and overwhelmed. There's a person who does everything for everybody else and placates and just goes, I do everything for everybody and I have no time for myself, right? And then there's the person who overthinks things, that is internal, that thinks a lot, that doesn't actually get a lot done because they are thinking so much. And that's called a computer. So the first one is called a blamer, and then a placater, and then a computer, and then the person who is a distractor, who has 15 different things going on at one time and never finishes anything. So when you think of those ways that we communicate to each other, there's times like there was a time years ago, I got a new car and I was super stressed, run into work, backed my car up, and bam, I hit something in the driveway. I got out of my car, ran into the house, and went to my husband and say, it's all your fault. You left it there, blah, 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 right? And we've all done times like that where we're like, it's your fault. You did it. Well, whose fault really was it? It was mine. And did it solve the fact there was a big dent in the side of my car? No. It didn't help me taking the pressure off and putting the stress on our relationship when it wasn't his fault in the first place. It was mine. I just needed to call the insurance and go, hey, I'm taking responsibility for this. How do I fix it? And so that's what we teach with hypnosis is instead of, blaming or placating or computing or distracting, how can you take responsibility for the actions that are going on instead of letting them sabotage you so that you can be free to just go, oh, I see what I did there. Now what needs to be different? Instead of feeling bad, shame or guilt for the decision that you made, because it's a humanistic trait to do those 4 ways of communication. And so, if one doesn't work, if that blaming didn't work in that time frame, then it's go on to the next one. It's go on to the next one until one sticks. And, if it sticks good enough, that's where it's going to sit. But it doesn't actually solve what's going on. So, if you're not getting your marketing done, if you're not getting your advertising done, if you're not getting that project done, what are you doing? Are you blaming? Are you placating? Are you distracting? Are you overthinking it? Or are you actually solving it and going, no, stop. What do I have to do? What skills do I have, or what skills do I need to get the next step? Because I'm not saying you have all the skills to get the next step, but where can you get it? Instead of sticking around and going, why is this happening?
Why that's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. Why is not a useful question? Because it has no answer. And why is just going to leave you in creating the reasons why you need to stay stuck and trapped in that, and justify where you're at, instead of just going, okay, how and what? How do I get there? What do I need to do next?
Yeah, taking action and moving towards the goal instead of just spinning in a circle. I can relate to that. I'm sure people watching can relate to that. When you're like, I want to do this, and then, or you think, okay, how do I do this? And you get stuck there. And then, it's all related to, things that have happened to us in the past that kind of just get re-triggered over and over again. And, you need to find a way to break the pattern, basically. And hypnosis is one of those ways. There's all sorts of different ways, but it is one of the quickest and, if you're on board with it, one of the easiest ways that you can move forward. And once you're able to really get into knowing exactly what you're doing, having that outside perspective, someone seeing your blind spots to be able to go, oh, this is what I'm doing, then you're going to move forward so much faster. And that's why we're here, people. That's why I do this show, is to help you realize those things. And these options are available. There's things, as entrepreneurs that we need support with. You're not expected to know everything. You just got to know the resources and the places to find it and be willing to do that. So getting past those blocks is something that is really important to be able to allow you to move forward. So I really appreciate this conversation, and I love just talking about all these mindset things, how we can really get ourselves, into this positive way of thinking, because, kind of as we talked about before this show, there's so much going on right now, and there continues to be. It's not like this is really going to end. Like this is like a life. This is kind of what happens. There's things that happen over and over, and it's not like it's ever, things are going to stop. Like, it's just how can we go, forward without letting them bring us down, right?
Right, definitely. Yeah, and knowing that those things are just the sabotage, because like you said, life is going to always be hard. Life is always going to change. There's always going to be those things. But what do you need? What skills do you need to feel calm and relaxed in moving forward to your goal? And that's what we do with hypnosis across the board, no matter if it's smoking, weight loss, personal or professional goals. How do you stay calm in a crazy world to move forward, to take action on your goals?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I love this. Could talk about this all day long. Well, and we do have a few more minutes, but we also have the after show, so we can kind of geek out and talk a little more deeper and ask all your questions. If you have any questions for Mary, make sure to ask them now, so that way we can get them answered right here live for you. Otherwise, you can also join us in the after show. I'm going to put the link in the comments here for the after show, but also the link for this awesome audio track that you've created for moms. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I created this audio because I had so many moms coming in, which is our number one demographic, and they're just so overwhelmed. It's hard to stay calm. It's hard to feel like we're good enough or we can be enough for our families some days. And with so much being shifted and changed, it's a great audio for feeling calm and refocusing on your goal of being a good parent. And so it was an amazing gift to be able to be asked to do this and have that audio. And there's been some amazing moms out there that just are overwhelmed and stressed. So this is a really great tool for them to be able to use. And so it's my gift to you guys right now to be able to gift that audio so that you can get a glimpse of what hypnosis is like and how you can use it in your life and feel calm as a parent.
I love that. Yes. Parenting during a pandemic. We need a whole series of episodes just on that one topic.
Right.
Oh,
yes,
goodness.
For sure. It's been a journey.
It has. A big old blur almost. Gosh, this is I can't believe it's been over a year now, but we're adaptable, we are very resourceful, and we figure stuff out. I think that's the biggest thing, is that we'll always figure it out. It's a matter of at what cost. What are we going to try? What's going to get replaced? What are we not going to allow time for while we're doing all these other things? So again, why we find ourselves being overwhelmed. So this is a very neat tool to share. So thank you.
Exactly. Well, you're welcome.
Hey, so cool. All right, well, this is it. We're going to go ahead and hop over to our messenger chat, and we're going to just chat between ourselves for a couple minutes. We would love for you to join us. The link is right there and in the comments. So we're going to end the show, and then we're going to hop over there and chat for a few minutes, and then this is it. Actually, I haven't announced this publicly, but this is the last show for Coaches Go Social for season 2. So we're going to take a break, like your favorite primetime TV show over the summer, and then we're going to return in the fall, and we'll have a lineup of awesome guests ready for you, and we're going to have some more fun. So we'll see you then, and hopefully we can join you in the chat. See you later.
Awesome. Bye.